understood the entry.
Okay.
Hey, yes, thank you for recording the class.
Right.
So I did not get the entry B, but that's not even this thing. During that entry B,
Okay.
you were marking some levels that you said, okay, if this place is the primary time frame, use this one as the secondary time frame in
Okay.
a case where price has left you. So for instance, now inside the video, you said, let's say after the daily rejection and the 4 hours breakout, you could not get in. You now said you can use that 4 hours as the primary time frame.
Yeah.
Then you now go to a lower time frame to look for a breakout and join
Exactly.
the. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, and join the trend. So last week on GU, I observed that from Monday it was just as though market was just moving and wasn't really giving any retracement to join the market. So I was like, okay, does that mean as it's moving like that, you can come to 4 hours and then go to 1 hour to join it? But I did not really get that point in that entry B. I did not really get that part. It was confusing. So I wanted you to use that GU because it was on GU that I had that confusion last week. I wanted you to use that GU to explain what you were trying to say in
Yeah.
that part of the video.
Okay. So how long have you been following the channel?
Yeah, I just came across the channel on that. I think that was on Friday. So I downloaded the videos you've made, all the videos that could lay my hands on from the fresh level where you were talking about if you should trade MSNr or ICT.
Okay.
So then I followed all the videos you posted on MSNr till the last one that you posted.
Okay. Minus that entry type B. Apart from every other thing, did you get them? Did you get it clearly?
Yes, I got the fresh level, how to identify the fresh level, the tap, yes, and the breakout.
Okay.
Yes, I understand.
Are you new to Malaysian scenario or like you've been learning from when you just like got this?
From YouTube.
Yeah. Are you new to Malaysian scenario or just you've been on it for a while? Like you're learning from it?
Not so long, let's say like 2 months
Okay.
now, yes.
So it sounded like you're getting more clarity from this place here.
Yes, yes, from your videos, yes,
All right.
yes.
That's good news. That's good news. Okay, so now the entry type B, let me share my screen quickly, then let me go to the entry type B. The entry type B is something that did not like it's not like the entry type B is it. I have a friend who trades and he's not online yet, he's not on the social media space yet, he's just staying quiet for now. The only reason why I'm out
Okay.
on the only reason why I'm out on the social media space is because of the fact that my friends last year were like, Levi, my name is Levi. Try put your works on YouTube so that we can always have access to it. That's the reason why you are seeing my content on YouTube. Because previously I have a private Telegram channel where I only have 6 of my friends learning forex from me, and they are just there. And I lock the videos, I can't send them out except I remove the setting. So I'm not that my guy now. He's not on the public space, but there's something he taught me. His own kind of trading is quite different, very different. You don't find a strategy out there. That every type B I taught was from that my friend. So I won't
Okay.
have to. I won't have to. I asked him that this thing I want to put on my channel. Do I have the permission to put it based on intellectual property? He said you are free to do it. And the reason why I did that because I felt like it could help people and it is quite similar to Malaysian scenario because his own is a different slant of Malaysian scenario, even though he knows Malaysian scenario. The issue with that one is that I'm not yet that perfect in it. That's why I've not really done more of that video on entry type B.
Oh,
But but it's so powerful that if you can master it, hmm, you will be able to catch large arrows. Like my friend gets as much as 1 ratio 30, 1 ratio. 16, 125. Very powerful. But I'm not that skillful to carry out those trades. This entry type B, right? I can see it. So,
Yes.
okay, so now let's go to that GU.
Okay.
By the way, you are the first person I'm having like who is from the channel getting a free Zoom session. So thank you, at least it feels lively. Right.
Thank
You're welcome. So where is I want to use forex.com. I think I'm okay with those
you.
brokers.
I also use.
So what's happening?
Oh, I think you wrote GPP.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, get all this. All right, so I guess if I'm correct, this should be that area where I thought that thing. I can't remember. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Yes, because we were also using GU,
G,
and it was
okay.
even on GU I was using that last week.
All right. So this is okay, this is a money time frame. On the daily time frame, what is the daily time frame? And I think that was from this area here. So imagine that let's say we're somewhere here at this point in time. Okay. We're saying this. This is what I would do. I would just put the level here because I'm expecting the level here. Like this is the V guy here. And upon seeing this guy here
Yes.
right now, tapping into this level here, I would normally put a vertical line there. Then I want to quickly go down to the lower time frame. So just forget everything after the vertical line. Let's just focus on
Okay.
everything before the vertical line. Okay, so I will normally go down to the 4 hour time frame, or I could just go straight down to the 1 hour time frame. So either you want to go one time frame lower or two time frame lower. That's how you can take this thing. So now, if I should start from the 4 hour time frame, you will see that the exact touch actually happened on this candle and this candle. So I will just take this first one guy here. Okay. Then
Yes.
I would look at the last high that was formed that caused the last
Up.
high the last high that sent a dip down into the key level from the daily time frame. This is the sorry, from the daily key level rather. Where are you, young man? Okay, so this is the key level, remember, from that daily time frame. If I go back to the
Yes.
candles, you can see the key level. So on the 4 hour time frame, I want to look on the 4 hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame. I want to look for the last high that caused a dip down into that level. This is the last high here. If I put in line charts, you will see that these guys are also high, but I would prefer this guy because this guy is more much. This guy is more mature compared to these ones. These ones they are looking immature, like premature to me. So I will prefer this one due to how voluminous this descent is. Do you understand?
Yes.
So at
Yes.
this point where these bullish candles spiked upwards to break this level here, this is what we call a proper market structure shift. That's a proper market structure shift. Okay.
Yes.
So once again, thank you very much because of you now I'm creating content again for the channel. It's been a while I created content. I've not really been chanced. I got a job of recently. I'm a cybersecurity specialist. So I'm very
Yes.
busy.
Yes.
Yeah. So now this is a proper market structure shift because why? Because this high that caused the descent into this key level has been violated. Now, that is one. Now, the second thing that you need to know, like on the other hand, if you don't want to pay attention to this market structure shifts, because for me now, I will just like expect price. You can see how that can I do a replay? I hope this can work. Uh Start
It
a
will
new
not
one.
work on forex.
Power. Let's try. Okay. So let's try. Ah, it's so far that one. So, okay, let's do this. So imagine that you are just here now. Okay. So imagine you are just here now, all right?
Yeah.
And this guy broke. And this guy broke. I'll be expecting um my entry to come from this place normally. But if maybe I want to like reduce risks, okay, the proper place to take my entry is within the range of this high to this low. My stop loss will be at this low here. Do you get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Then
Yeah.
my entry can be within this the range of this high to so within inside this range. That's where I'll put my entry, but my stop loss must be here. Now I could just decide to just shoot from here and go up. This guy here, take my entry, go up. But if I want to how will I put it? How will I put it? How will I put it? You're asking for entry type B, right? That what you asked for
Yeah.
majorly. Oh, it's not the
Yeah.
leader. Now, right now, my mind subconsciously is teaching you from entry type A, but I'm trying to be cautious enough to teach entry type B. And that's because I don't really use entry type B a lot. Now,
No, you
at
can
the,
start from mental type A and enter into it. It's not a
okay,
problem.
ABC, ABC. All right. Yeah. So at this point, you could decide to take it from me and move up, or decide to come down in between this range. And where would now, if I'm going to come down between this range, where would I be looking at? I could go back to my line charts and look at this premature looking highs here and decide to take from these levels. Okay,
Okay.
these are the two levels I'm looking at. All right. So so if I actually you can see what price it came down to this level here. So these are the levels they're watching out for. So I don't really know exactly where it's going to come from. There might be people who know exactly where it's going to hit into. I'm not that skillful yet. Understand? But what I do know is that these levels are probably are probable entry spots. And just and if I see, let's say I didn't want to take from this place, I want to be patient enough for it to come down. I could just take from this guy. But the moment I see price dipping into here, what I want to do is that let me delete this. Let's say I was not using this top price. I want it to come down a bit.
Okay.
At this point here, let me delete this guy also. Let's say I want to work with this level. At this point, when I see price dipping in, just like this, mind the chart was here, and I see price dipping in, I want to quickly go down to like let's say maybe the 1 hour time frame or the 15 minutes time frame. Okay. Where is it? Now you can see where it dipped down into the in
Yeah.
that's this 1 hour time frame. You can see where it dipped down.
Yeah.
So at this moment, hmm, what you can do is that you can decide to use this, see this key level here, this key level here. The moment I see this candle break above this key level, close it, I will take this trade. I can enter from this spot upwards. It's still lower compared to entry from this higher, this highest high here. So the moment I see this candle, this level here, broken upwards, okay, I can decide to take this trade. If I go down to let's say 15 minutes time frame, let me see if I can get more detail. Where is it? Okay, can't go that far forward. Let's see.
Oh,
Remember that this low here is where your stop loss would be. If you remember from the
yes,
4 hour time frame. So at this spot
yes,
here now, let me delete this. On the 15 minutes time frame, this is what I'll be on the 15 minutes time frame. Let's say remember that this is where we are on the 4 hour time frame. We are seeing this currently on 4 hour time frame. Then
yes.
I went down to 15 minutes time frame. Now that deep into that level, let's see what it looks like with the line charts.
Okay.
Now on the line charts, fantastically, if that's a correct pronunciation. Remember this, you remember how I told you that on that 4 hour time frame, that last high that caused that descent into that key level and was broken and that caused the proper market structure shift.
Yes.
Should I go back and show you to like recap it?
Okay. I get it. I
Okay.
get it. Like
So
literally out. Yes.
exactly. So are you observing that the same thing is happening inside this square box here that I'm drawing out right now? Are you observing that this key level from the 4 hour time frame, now on the 15-minute time frame, the last high that caused that descent into that key level, you can see how it
Yes.
was broken. Remember, I told you that. You can see how it was
Yes.
broken. The moment I see
Yes.
this, okay, the moment I see this happening here, I can decide to take my entry from this level
Okay.
and fly it up. So imagine I took my entry from this level. I can decide to put my stop loss just beneath this guy here. I could do this, put it beneath this guy here. Okay. Then then go back to my 4 hour time frame because my 4 hour time frame was what I used for confirmation of the trade. So I'll use that same 4 hour time frame to pick my targets. So I could target this place depending on what I need. If I see clearer spots to go, depending on what you are trading, you understand? So now at this point, I don't know if something was clarified. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so I don't know if something was clarified. If I go to that entry type B. Okay, now, so I will take entry type B now. Okay,
Okay.
so this is that same level again that we dipped into, putting my line over there, going down to my 4 hour time frame. I'm looking for a breakout. Now for the entry type B, you don't have to wait for a break of structure. That's the idea behind it. Like, sorry, you don't have to wait for a market structure shift. Rather, the market structure shift for me would have been here. Okay. Then once I see that market has broken that
Yes.
level, then the next thing to start looking for, because my expectation will be that I want this level broken. Then once it's broken, the next thing is to now carry out execution. So now for the entry type B, you don't have to really wait until you break this, have this market structure shift here. The entry type B is more like you want to enter the moment you see a candle break. Now you ask yourself which candle dipped into this level. This is the candle that dipped into this level. This same guy you're seeing here, this same candle we see here. I could put my line there. All right. Now, what we want is this, or let me just take out the line to make it neat enough. What we want is this that the moment this guy is broken over here, that's what we need. That's what we need. And what you sometimes observe that sometimes price may come down to this level deep down. Can I go down to the 1 hour time frame to see if I might see something interesting around this zone here or that level
Okay.
there? Let me see what it might look like. Did you observe that there's actually a high here that is also responsible for
Yes.
this voluminous deep down into this level here?
Yes.
So price too, you can see how price reached down here. It nearly would have entered this level here. Nearly. You observe there's a level here. Let me do this. There's a level there. So
Yes.
so it nearly would have come down, like moved down here. So now what if I let me go back to the forward time frame, please. So this break here is it's one of the base of entry type B, in the sense that you don't want to wait until you have this proper market structure shift.
Structure.
My friend is just watching out for this guy here. It's a very risky kind of trading. Now, the next thing about entry type B is that you see these guys on the left. Okay, let me use a line chart. He doesn't use line charts per se. You understand? He just looks at the candle naked, like the pure candles like this. And what he's watching out for are these wicks. These wicks you are seeing are key zones for him. It's a bit different from entry type A. So my own idea is that I use my line charts to get all this. Now you've had work from local QM, things like QM, Quasimodo, and all that. If you've heard those things like that, the idea of QM and Quasimodo is used in entry type B. All right, it's using entry
Okay.
type B, but it's quite different from the normal Quasimodo, in the sense that my friend is not just looking at he's looking at the wicks itself. Because this, my friend understands that this wick you are seeing here, let me explain. This candle, there's a zone here, there's a zone here, all right? There's a zone here, and there's a zone here. These are my friend reasons. Like the high, the low, the open, and the close of the candle have like important sensitive zones. So in for the entity type B, first of all, remember that you're not wait, you don't have to wait until you have a market structure shift per se. He just looks for a candle break, something like this. The next thing he's looking for are levels that he's expecting price to retrace to. He can pick this level, okay? He he could do this. Now, when price dips here, it reacted. When price dipped here, it reacted. Price would have also come down here. I'm not the one controlling markets. But what this thing does was that it just shows us the possible entry point that price could react from. Now look at this guy over here. So let me delete this one. Let's now run this guy over here. Okay. Because when I use line charts, what I do is that in my head, I usually put this guy here at the bottom of this V, and something like this V here. And just look at and just watch what price does on a lower level, like let's say the 1 hour, 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So let me go back to the candlestick charts. Let me delete this one. Delete. All right. Now we see this candle reacting from here. You can still put a line there. Then on the lower time frame, let's say like the 15-minute time frame, you want to see the same thing repeating again. Like you need a candle break, then mark out what zones from a week. Let's try and see if we can get that. So now this is a candle break. Now this is a candle that dips into the zone. This candle itself we're pointing at was what's dipped into this key zone from the forward time frame. I want to watch that level broken. when that level is broken, okay, now we have these levels here. These levels here. If I use this level here, it's not really make sense for me because sorry for the noise.
Okay.
Sorry for the noise. All right, so this level here, the reason why I'm not going to use this going to do like this, like that same left-handed passing of a thing, because it's kind of this level I'm seeing here. I would have preferred it. I would have preferred I saw something like this lower here. You can see how that when price broke above it, it just came back inside again. That's the idea of this entry type B. So I'm not too that smooth in it. But what I can tell you is how it works. If I decide to go down to a lower time frame, like the 5 minutes,
Mm.
can I go that far? I think I can't go that far.
I don't.
Yes, I can't go
Yeah.
that far. Can't go that far. So the idea here is that for the entry type B, you are looking at the wedge. Now, if I don't want to, because as I'm like this now, based on what I know about entry type B, because I need this wedge somewhere around here. I can't see something clearly around here. If I had gone lower time frame, I could still see something around here on lower time frame. So what do I do is that I could just wait, because if you observe clearly, we see how that on the line charts. Watch these levels. Look, one. So you can see how price reacted from this level here. It may have also gotten down this level and reacted. That's the idea behind it. That's how this entry type B works. Do you see?
Okay.
So the idea is like you need this guy at the left, mark out the levels, most especially the wicks. If you
Weeks.
come
Yes.
down, let's drag this down. You can see how that the wick level, it's almost like the tip of is exactly where this guy came into. Let me delete this guy here. You can see how it came into. Now, what if I want to repeat the same thing on this spot? I'll delete this guy to avoid confusion. Okay, I have like 9 minutes. I will create once this section is over, I will create another um
Okay.
link.
Yeah.
So
No problem.
okay. So if you want to repeat the same thing on this level, just put your line chart here, for example. Then I could go down to, let's say, 5 minute time frame. It's like I can't go down that far.
Mhm.
I can't go down that far. I can't go down that far. So the idea is that you would have gone down to a lower time frame.
And
Then look
look for the
for,
week.
yes. Let me delete this and let me take out this Asian indicator from my screen. Do you observe that this candle week, drag it out? This was happening. I'm not even going down to the lower time frame now. This is still on the same 15-minute time frame.
Yes.
This was happening. So that's the idea behind entry type B, in the sense that you just, because you see all these candle wicks to the left, like this guy here, this guy here. Imagine I just drew this and I also drew this. These are potential reaction points. So we take the trade from here. Now, if you went down to a lower time frame here, you can repeat this thing on a lower time frame. Let me see if I can go down there. 5 minutes. Okay, I can't. Can't. Let me put this line. Let me see where this takes me now.
Okay.
Sorry, I
So
got the call.
trace.
Wait, give me a minute. All right. So I'm trying to see where this come from. Let me see if I can use this as well. Okay, so
Okay.
where this come from? Let me take the 1 hour time frame. The line there. So I want to just press it back a bit.
No problem.
So where is it coming from? Nothing logical here for me to see. Nothing logical for me to see there. So I don't know if I was able to like explain that entry type B at least.
Yes, I got the concept now.
I'm trying to find in the case of a bullish sorry, in case of a bearish one. So that's so I already use that. I just have it in mind that okay, something that I will build on like while I'm still on my magician scenario. So that's it, just use the weeks as more of like to get your zones. So it's more like use your weeks to get your zones. Then instead of you waiting for a market structure shift, you can use a candle breakouts
Yes.
to determine your breakup structure. You understand?
Yes.
Do you have any other question?
Yes, but this time will soon elapse. So let
Okay,
me just ask it. Then when we come.
okay,
You are using that fib to do the 50% encroachment stuff.
all right. Of
Yeah, I want you
candles.
to use it. Yes, I want you to use it to do like a complete top-down analysis of like a current market. Maybe like
Okay,
now today, and today is beautiful. So we should just try to predict what will happen on GU this week.
okay,
I want to see you use it like more.
okay,
Though I've set my own to that 0, 50, and 100, and you said 50 is the mark. So anywhere it comes into that 50, you just want to, but maybe I just need to practice it more though. I want to see
okay,
you use it again.
okay. So for me, I hardly like okay, that word predicts. I don't know what to say about it. I can't really tell where the market will go. But I can only just give the likely probabilities that this will happen. So okay, so this let me end this one. Then let me end this
Yes,
one, then start a new section.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's